So, you found me at last. I suspect you have questions.
Oh my god, it's happening. At the Game Awards 2018, BioWare snuck in their trailer to prove that they are in fact working on the next Dragon Age installment. After freaking out and almost fainting, I had a chance to look over the trailer once again and found that there are in fact clues as to what the hell Solas is planning to do come Dragon Age 4. The biggest and most obvious thing to take away from this is the Lyrium Idol. Yes, that one. The one Hawk didn't destroy in Dragon Age 2. It's back, and Solas somehow has it. The Lyrium Idol was found during Hawk's expedition into the Deep Roads in Act 1. The dwarves were worshipping it, and later it was revealed that Varric's brother, Bartrad, went insane because of it, saying he heard voices and made his servants eat red lyrium so they could hear it too. The idol ended up being with Knight Commander Meredith, and I think you remember how that ended. Red lyrium has been a mystery within the Dragon Age universe, as no one knows exactly what it's capable of, except for its use for evil deeds. But as we know, lyrium itself is used with magic. But red lyrium seems to be more potent and powerful. Red lyrium can also thin the veil. How freaking convenient for Solas, huh? This allows spirits and demons to interact with the physical world more easily. Now, this leaves us with the question, how in Thedas did Solas get the Lyrium Idol? I mean, we can assume he used his god powers or even his many servants or followers to retrieve it for him, just like how they did for the Orb in Inquisition. But the thing is, Meredith turned that idol into her sword, and later on the sword was reforged by Samson in Inquisition. So if the idol is that sword, where did this come from? There are a bunch of theories floating around as to where the idol came from, and I have two possibilities. My first assumption, this is an actual person or people. Like many others speculate, but I have a feeling the one on top may be Meredith herself? I mean, she's just sitting there in the Black Emporium, right? That, or it's people who have been through the same thing she has, absorbing lyrium or being near it too much, letting it consume you, and exploding into this statuesque kind of thing. The second would be relating to the Titans. The Trespasser and the Descent DLC explain how some of the Titans were taken down by Mythal to give land to the elves. This also led them to mining the Titan's body for lyrium. When Volta establishes contact with the Titan in the Descent DLC, she explains the Titan was awakened or disturbed by the breach caused by Corypheus and Solas. Along with this, it seems this is what the Titans were hoping for. The next thing we're going to take a look at is the circle around the idol. The most obvious assumption is that it's the veil itself. Solas has been actively trying to tear it down before Inquisition. His end goal is to restore the elven people back to its former glory, in terms a reset for the game. But this will cause him to release the Evanuris and the Forgotten Ones he sealed away when he created the veil all those years ago. But there's another thing to look at here. How far apart is Trespasser to Dragon Age 4? With every game so far, it's been a few years in between, and time has already passed with Inquisition to the Trespasser DLC. It's only fair to assume this mural was painted after Solas tear down the veil, or after his diabolical plan. Take this codex entry from Inquisition. It says, on the medium and method, it is an elven fresco, pigment and plastered, and it is grand. I have rarely been privileged to observe such a skill as it is applied. It is considered with long periods of study before the image emerges. With cloth and certainty, it speaks of how I imagine the elven views the world, and the measured nature of their step. Murals take time, and with elven people, they create these when the event of said mural has already passed. You can even see it during Inquisition. Solas finishes each mural after you have completed a certain part of the story. So if this circle isn't representing the veil, what are the other options? Going back to Solas' plan, when he tears down the veil, the Evanuris he locked away will return, but there's also the fact that the Forgotten Ones will return as well since he had sealed them away in the void. Looking at how everything is connected, I think Solas can't unlock one without the other, so literally this entire thing will be a giant mess with all these powerful beings returning. Along with the others, I also believe there is a chance Solas may bring the 6th and 7th Blight prematurely. There are 7 orbs surrounding the circle. 5 of them are grayed out, while 2 of them are colored in golden colors. These 7 orbs could represent the 7 archdemons, or the old gods. David Gator, former writer at BioWare and essentially the man who built the story of the game, hinted that the old gods could have been based on the Forgotten Ones. Razakal and Lucican are the two remaining dragons that are not yet corrupted by Darkspawn. Another way we can look at this is those 7 orbs aren't the Forgotten Ones or the Archdemon dragons, but the Evanuras. As I said earlier, this can depict Solas tearing down the veil, and the 7 orbs can represent the 7 remaining Elven Pantheon, excluding Mythal and Solas, since to our knowledge a part of Mythal is in Solas while another piece remains elsewhere. Or these could be foci, the orbs that each Elven Pantheon has. Moving on, we can see there is a mage holding a staff along with his hand extended towards the idol. My first thought that was Solas. You can see the ears are pointed, adding that he's wearing fur, kind of like how Solas wore fur in Trespasser. The staff the mage is carrying also looks like Solas's in the tarot cards. The only thing that's throwing me off is what appears to be a helmet of some kind. And Solas isn't exactly shy about his bald head, meaning this could just be an armor piece of his new clothing, or this could be someone following him, someone in Fen'Harel's army helping him cast magic towards the idol. Next is Fen'Harel himself, or the depiction of the Dread Wolf on the right. Every mural we have encountered in Dragon Age with Fen'Harel hasn't been this terrifying or big. Oftentimes it's just Solas wearing wolf skin or just a wolf, but not exactly looking scary. The only time it shows the Dread Wolf like this is with Solas's post-game tarot card. When Solas is about to do something terrible, like steal or absorb a part of Mythal's soul. Something that concerned me was with the tone of Solas's voice when he was speaking. Now I understand this line is a callback to the Trespasser DLC when your Inquisitor finally catches up with him, but this time around it sounds so menacing.
So, you found me at last. I suspect you have questions.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
And yeah, I get it, Solas is the big bad guy for Dragon Age 4, but I feel like since this is meant to be years after Trespasser, the fact that he's caught up in his plans to destroy the world to bring back his own, and being surrounded by red lyrium, there's a slight chance that Solas may be corrupted by all those factors.
You're alive. We saw you die.
You look bad. Is there anything I can do to help?
I am dying, but no matter. If you can undo this, they can all be saved.
I want to believe my elven boyfriend can handle himself considering he was seen as a god by the elven people and is extremely powerful, but sometimes the hero ends up being the villain, so to speak. Adding to the fact that red lyrium is being used, this could be attributed to why the Dread Wolf has red eyes and why the mage has them too. I'm probably reaching there, but this could support my theory of Solas starting to or is corrupted. Last and certainly not least, the backdrop of the entire mural. Everything is on fire, adding what I said earlier that this is years away from Trespasser. Then Solas' plan is exactly what he sets out. He will set the world ablaze and watch it burn, making sure no one is suffering. But as we know, plans don't always go well with this freaking guy especially. I can only assume there were tons of suffering and it's probably still going on, a lot longer than he anticipated. Those are my findings for the first teaser trailer of Dragon Age 4. I really wanted to go into theory mode here, but then this video would be way too long. So with that, I leave it to you guys. What do you think this mural represents? What do you think will happen in the next installment of Dragon Age? And how much of a chance do we have to save this bald idiot? I want to hear from you, so please let me know in the comments below. For more Dragon Age related content or crazy theories, please feel free to subscribe and follow me. If you would like to support my content and videos like this, consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!